The root cause of ignorance is identification with things which you are not.
Yes, Swami. So you have answered.
Just one word, one sentence.
That is enough. That is the ultimate truth, right, Swami?
Root cause of ignorance is not knowing yourself. When you are looking out, then the ignorance is there. You are not looking in, you are looking out. You think you are some object, instead of being a subject, you become an object. You are identified with this form. You are identified with name, some form. You are identified with your experiences. You are identified with your achievement, your color of skin. As long as you don't know your real nature, the ignorance will remain. Because the consciousness has no name and no form. So it gets identified with some name and some form. So only when you try to search your real nature, what is your nature, then that ignorance can be destroyed. So the root cause of ignorance is not knowing yourself. And when you don't know yourself, when you are forgetful of yourself, then you think pleasure which is derived through sense organ, or whatever you get from using your sense organ, will in any way fulfill you. Others can fulfill you. Indulgence can fulfill you. So when you know what is your real nature, then the cause of ignorance will be destroyed. The nature of your consciousness is to remain empty. It can never be filled. So then once you know the real nature of consciousness, then this mad desire to be fulfilled, to fill yourself by things, by experiences, by pleasure, by hearing things, by listening to things, you will know that these things cannot fulfill you. These are all on the surface. These are all on the periphery. The nature of your nature, or the nature of the consciousness, is to remain empty. Whatever you do, it will remain empty. So once you are in love with emptiness, then you will not run outside to fulfill yourself or to fill yourself, because it cannot be filled. So when the consciousness is in darkness, is unaware of itself, then it gets identified with the body, the form, or some name. Then this identification is ignorance. Once you are settled in your nature, then whatever you are doing, you may be doing some job, these things becomes just, they are only on periphery. You are not mad after these things. So the more you desire for things, the more ignorant you will be. The more you run for things with this illusion that they are going to fulfill you. They are not going to fulfill you. But that doesn't mean that you have to escape from them. It's just peripheral things, not something of the center. At the center you are empty, and that is your very nature. And consciousness needs nothing from outside to fulfill it. But you have a mind also, you have a body also. So there are need of the body, there are need of mind. You will give them their need, their quota, so that they remain silent. The need of body you cannot avoid. It needs food, it needs shelter, it may need sex also, it may or may not need. These are biological needs. Mind has many needs, it has subtle needs. So whatever you can do, you should do, so that it also remains silent. But don't be totally mad to fulfill their need. Otherwise, you will yourself land into madhouse.
Yes, Swami.
So, what?
Beautiful, very, very beautiful. I listen to it like listening to the Heart Sutra, Swami. It's Swami's version of Heart Sutra.
Ignorance mean darkness, absence of light. And the light can happen in your life only when you know your real nature. If you don't know your real nature, then ignorance will remain. The nature of fire is to burn. The nature of water is to wet things. So in the same way, you also have a nature. So you have to know your real nature. If you don't know, then you will be in darkness. You will be in inner darkness. That is ignorance.
Yes, Swami.